You're now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome in to episode 90 of the Palmetto Dugout Show. We got Sammy Austin's back. What's going on, guys?
90 episodes?
90, Coach, 90. And it's a special one.
I
know that I get that we're on 90. I haven't been here for all 90, but I feel like I've been here for I'm going to say half.
I was going to go like a quarter.
Regardless, some of those I was on vacation. We'll call it 30. We'll call it an even third.
Coach,
I like the new intro. You finally put my name on the little board, but I'm still getting called Sean, and I want to know if by episode 100 can we get this generated guy to say my name?
The generated guy works for SEC Network, so we'll see.
The problem, he's not generated.
Well, he's generated because whatever it is, we can't get a new one. So we've been trying to get a new one for 8 months now.
Coach, real quick.
If you came on the podcast more, maybe I'd get him to do it.
I think I've been on here enough. I'm just going to be honest.
Tell me, are you? I'm having a hard time. I'm getting blinded by the light of where I'm at out here right now. But are you rocking the new Cougs hat?
Coach, I am. I thought it'd be a good. I mean, what a hat!
What a hat! I mean, I wore the thing all day yesterday. What a hat! I mean,
I wore it I got it on Saturday. I wore it all day Sunday, and I've worn it today too. I think those of you who can't see it, little college Charleston hat.
If you guys need some hat, you need to head on down to go see Coach Holbrook and his staff.
Yeah, Coach, he wore it all day Sunday when he was on the couch, and he created the first college Charleston football team on NCAA.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that didn't happen. Yeah, but I agree with what Coach said there. If anybody, if you're in the market for a hat and you're thinking, I don't have it. It doesn't really matter who it is. I just want the coolest hat I can get. Go down there and see Sam. She'll hook you up. They got them going on. Goes to a good cause.
They got 3 fantastic hats. They got the white, they got the gold, and they got the maroon, the whatever, I don't know the official color of Cougarville.
A shade of red.
Shade of red, yeah.
For sure.
Big time shout out to them for hooking us up with some hats.
Well, boys.
Sorry to deviate there a little bit, but that's,
you're great.
That's what we do.
That's
why I wore it.
Part about the show.
I wore it so we could give them a plug there, so they got it. Hopefully they're watching. Doubt it.
We do have a big show ahead. The top prospect games are over, 23.5-hour day for the Upstate guys. But we're back and ready to roll on the podcast. We're gonna recap some of the top prospect games with some standouts. But the big, it's coming, Coach. Week 0 pick'em is here. There are 7 games on slate, but there's 3 special picks to make it a 10 total here. And we haven't revealed that to you guys yet. And we're going to change the way we do the pick'em this year. Now, we'll get to that in a little bit. But first, let's start off here. Coach Espo, the top prospect games, great once again.
Coach, it was. You know, to be honest with you, leading in, we had some discussion on this because we've added in the full team with the futures game, and then also rolling in the next week with the super sophomore game. You're kind of wondering how the rosters were going to shake out, and it was. I thought it was a fantastic group up and down the board. We wound up, we had 75 register. We wound up with 72. A couple guys did injuries and some things had to bail at the last minute, but I thought it was a great roster. I thought it was a great day. We started that thing off at 8:30 in the morning, and we rolled out of there at 9 o'clock that night. big time shout out to the College of Charleston staff for the facility. And if you guys noticed, big time shout out to Coach Stewie and his drone getting some great photos of Charleston down there. But a lot of talent up and down the board, on the mound, on the position players wise. And obviously you can't beat being on a turf with sunny, wonderful weather down there in Charleston. So it was a great day. We're gonna, fingers crossed, we will be running stories starting tomorrow with some stat stories. So just starting to dive into a lot of this the data, a lot of the performances from the weekend. So we're fired up to get into that and kind of break down some studly players we had there.
Great stories are coming, as always, Coach. Right?
Coach, time out. Let me throw another shout out. Let's throw a shout out to the great staff of you guys. Big time shout out to Stewie there. Big time shout out to Austin, Coach Brittle, Coach Klein. And then we had Coach Borowski come down from North Carolina to keep some energy. And then obviously let's top it off with trackman extraordinaire Blake Loria, Coach Loria running around there. So we had a big time staff. So I want to thank you guys for all your hard work and what you guys did on that day to make it a little bit easier for myself but also the players and the parents.
There's no place I'd rather be.
I hear you.
Isn't that right?
I've been scarred by this exact event before and swore that I was never gonna go back to the area that is known as Charleston. But this one made up for it. It was good. We had a good time. Weather cooperated, field cooperated, all of the above. Everybody.
Right. I guess the negative was the delivery of our Jimmy John's.
Yeah, and we only got one meal out of it. That's something we're going to take up and try to
here we go.
Do next year. Because there's always room for improvement. And really, if that's the only thing we did wrong is we only got one meal, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I was just trying to take care of you guys in the back end versus in the middle of it, but it's okay. We can even that out in the future.
We're good. Yeah, I had actually packed a peanut butter and jelly sandwich Saturday, and ended up not needing it because we ate a meal. So I actually ate the peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch today. So Saturday sandwich got ate today. Wasn't as good as it probably would have been Saturday, but it was all right. Bread got a little stiff, but we're good.
Coach Espo, you alluded to it. For all the people that didn't see it on the Twitter page, how about this view?
I mean, come on now. I think we should be put on the payroll at the college for putting out some.
Coach, you could frame that and sell it at the market. Holy smokes.
I mean,
that's just, look at that.
You can't. It's hard to beat that when it comes down to it.
It really is.
There's
just don't let the bugs bother you.
God, I'm getting eaten alive right now, where I'm at, but it's okay.
Well, it's okay. We got a rainstorm here.
Now we got a little league going on back here. You know what I mean? Can't beat that. High life.
High life Tuesday, baby.
We'll kind of bounce here. Sam, we'll let you go last. I'll start us off here with standouts from the top prospect games. A couple guys we had in the 70s at 10. We could talk about them all. I'm going to start off with this one, Coach. A little under the radar.
Oh man, that's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, 20. Well, you can talk about him too. 26 Austin Jeffcoat from Westwood. Now, Coach, we've also had another Westwoodian attending an event with Nathan Caldwell as well. But Jeffcoat kind of flew under the radar. A 7.05 runner, 95 exit velocity, strong lower half. But you saw him in BP, had a good consistent round. And then his first AB in the game, Coach, he absolutely pissed on a ball.
Yes.
We didn't get the tweet. Some nice kid was in front of our beautiful camera. But nonetheless, he performed well, not only in the workout portion, but as well as the games as well.
No doubt. He was special. He kind of saw the bat speed right off the bat with him. And it we were waiting to see how it translated in the game, and he didn't disappoint. So it was definitely a fun one to watch on that day.
Coach Austin, what you got here?
I'm up next.
You're up next.
All right, my first one, I'm going to save my pitcher for the end because, I think those are most important. But I'm going Devin Hillary, outfielder from Fox Creek. I think we all kind of got our first look at him a couple of years ago at the preseason tournament down there at Shipyard, and we've kind of been able to follow him since then. Funny thing about him, he came out Saturday while we were getting ready to run the 60, which we had a lot of success with this time finally. And he actually told everybody in his group that he was going to run one of the top 360s of the day, and he ended up doing it. Unless somebody ran something that I wasn't there for, he had the fastest 60 of the day. If I'm not mistaken, he was down in the 6.5 range.
6.55.
6.55 is what I was thinking. So he told me before he went that he was going to run a 6.4 or 6.5, and then he did it. So good for him. I got to see him play a little bit of outfield, a little bit of first base, and then swinging the bat as well. I think he's got some definite a bright future out there for him. So good performance on Saturday. I think I think another one of the things I noticed with him is when I was standing out there with the video camera for hours on end in the field, he was constantly in the game. You know, a lot of times those kids get out there and, you know, we're missing a fielder or somebody's not paying attention, and he was out there watching swings and telling outfielders, hey, shade over 3 steps because, you know, I watched him in BP. He's going to hit the ball that way. So not something you get a lot of in a showcase game, but you can definitely tell he's paid attention to the game and knows what's going on. So I was impressed by him, and somebody that we followed for a few years now, and we'll get to see him some more.
Yeah, and I think we will, because we got a couple calls on him yesterday or whatever day today is, on Sunday, asking about him. So obviously some word was out on him, and you know, people were checking in to see how he did. So it was good. Before I kind of give mine, I also want to give one more shout out to the few college coaches that came out on Saturday as well. You know, this is an event the past couple of years that we've had a lot of talent come out of, right? There's various levels of talent, whatever it is, but there's a lot of talent where kids can play all over the state. So I just want to shout out those schools that were able to come out and watch on Saturday, the beautiful weather, and watch some players. So quick note on that one real quick while we're back in the shout out train. But I'm gonna kind of go an easy one for me with mine, and I'm gonna go on the pitching staff. And this is more because we had gotten a chance to watch him kind of up close and personal a couple years ago at our junior future games. But Rylan Paxton, you know, it's always interesting to watch and see how these guys progress over the years. And we got a chance to watch Rylan at our junior futures game, you know, a couple years ago, and he pitched really well for us. And he was one of the few POs we had that year, and so he was only there to come once. But it's nice to watch these guys progress. I think, you know, Rylan on Saturday was 86, 87, 88, maybe touching 89. I don't know if Trackman's going to round up for him, but we would have rounded up if we had the Argon on there. But it was fun to watch him, you know, be able to spin the breaking ball, to see the size, the athleticism, kind of see him grow and mature as a young man. So those ones are neat for us, to where you can see them over the course of their career. And he's still got 2 more years of high school to go. But he threw the ball well, and he came out and he kind of set the tone, you know, right away on the mound. He was the first pitcher we had in our games, and he came out firing some bullets. So it was fun to watch Rylan go out and attack the hitters over his 2 innings of work.
Coach, the youngins are still coming back later on. Little old Lawrence. Just
Green boys.
Green boys. Coach, I'm gonna move back up to the upstate with this one right here. It's just Jay-Sean Perry, Coach. Seen him previously. Daniel Kidd 2025. Not only can he do it at the plate, he can do it on the mound as well, and in the outfield. A 6.78 runner, 89 velo from the outfield, low 90s exit velocity, smaller build, but plays the game hard. Coach, he hopped on the mound, it was 85 from the bump. That's 70, 73 with the change, but high motor kid who is a typical Daniel player, a typical fighting pain. And I think he's got a future there in the game with that high motor, played the games well, as well as did workouts pretty well. Going to be a fun player to watch. Maybe Austin will see him.
Can we talk about the breaking ball real quick?
What?
Can we talk about the breaking ball? The 2,800 spin on the breaking ball?
It was legit.
I mean, come on now.
We missed some.
He was very disappointed that he didn't get that 90 from the outfield, but
he tried.
That's what he said when he came to run a 60. But I told him I'd tell Coach Payne I believe he's got 90 in him. So, Coach, if you're watching tomorrow during your planning period, he's got 90 in him. It's there.
Easily.
The House of Pain. It's there. It's a good Tyler Perry show. Coach
Austin, Smith,
you're up. Coach Smith, I know you're going with.
I'm up, and we're gonna go a little bit further down. I guess it's still considered the upstate. Not really. To the Clinton Red Devils. Are they the Red Devils or are they just the Devils?
They're the Red Devils.
They're the Red Devils. Okay.
They're whatever devil you want them to be.
They can be.
Let's just not get them around somebody's calf.
We started the morning talking about Clinton and deciding if we were going to go to that QT on the way down.
Glad we didn't start with that Arby's.
We ended up not. So, but we are going to go. We are going to talk about a 2027 from Clinton, Camden, Finley. I got to pull my notes up that Stewie gratefully shared with me. Mr. Finley ran a 6.85 60. Now I did know that because I'm the athletic tester of the group. 89 from the outfield, fastball 84 on the mound, and 98 exit velocity for Mr. Finley. So he kind of, he showed a little bit of everything. Swung the bat well, ran well, pitched well, strong arm in the outfield. I don't know that we have anything that measures his actual glove, but we covered the rest of his tools.
We can measure the length of it.
I would say it was 12 3/4. I don't know. It's a guess. But yeah, Mr. Finley's got it seems like Clinton just keeps every time we keep thinking, they're not going to be good. They lost all their players. They find more players. So they grow them different down there. They grow them different down there in Clinton.
Clinton. Yeah, he was impressive. His first swing, I think we all kind of turned and looked at each other.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, who's this guy? Yeah, it was impressive. I'm gonna stick on the pitching side here, and I'm gonna come back to the Midlands. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come back to the Midlands. You guys keep floating yourself back up north. You guys are homers, but I'm gonna stick here in the Midlands. Little lefty out of Lexington, Brandon Studebaker. Boy, he was. I think he'll have a chance to help Coach Hucks get back in there and compete for some more championships up there. But maybe we can make Coach Hucks mad like I made Coach Hallett had when I said just better not screw him up. But he came out there. He was 80 to 83, but he filled up the strike zone, dumped in a breaking ball, dumped in a changeup. He was pretty much unhittable. All contact off him was soft. He was left-hander, had a little arm side run to it, but worked quick, filled it up. It kind of goes along with Drew, the left-handers we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks. We had that run with down there in the super sophomores, but he was Studebaker was very impressive to me. Just kind of the way he handled himself on the mound. He'd mix in a couple balls, he would get back in it, composure, fill it back up, and just kept people off balance the whole time. So he was definitely that left-hander that gives you fits, but very projectable frame, very wiry. So you can see him putting on some more weight and adding some more velo over the years. But the one thing he's got right now, he can pitch.
Coach, the lefties, I've seen 7 million lefties in the past 7 days.
We went from having no lefties with the futures and seniors to having all left-handers from here on out.
That's all we have anymore. But welcome to the Southpaw State. Palmetto dominance. Coach, stories are rolling out. The content's coming. Stay tuned. Beautiful followers for all that content that's going to be released, right, Coach?
I just got to make sure all the stats. We were waiting on a few more 60s to get in there today. So I'll double check that in the morning. As long as they're all in there, we're going to have those stories rolling tomorrow with our first stat story to kind of first look into everything to kind of to give some info out there. But you know, it's going to be fun to kind of dive into this and see what these guys ultimately did when it's all said and done.
Coach, do we before we hop into the pick 'em, are we ready to reveal the October event?
No, not yet. No, not yet. But we do have a big brand new event coming this October. Fingers crossed, going to be October 20th. It is going to be an extreme invite only. To where, because with time constraints of where we're going to be at, we only get X amount of time, but it's going to be the first of its kind here in the fall in South Carolina, and who we're marked up with against. But it's going to be a big time event. A couple home games for you guys up your way, but very grateful for Clemson to be able to get us back on their field. You know, the great hospitality last winter, so they're gonna get us back on there, and we'll have a big time event up there. But be on the lookout. We'll get that out there here soon, and invites are going to be rolling. But we actually got two in October that we got. We're gonna we'll be releasing this one, but I can talk about which one this is. Our second year doing this one, Unsigned Senior event. So Unsigned Senior games going to be popping off. We're at a brand new venue this fall as well. Another Division I school we're going to be at for this one. So as soon as all that paperwork gets filled out and everything gets squared away, we'll get those out. But the Unsigned Senior last year, we did two of them. Remember, we did the one at Francis Marion, then we did the other combo in North Carolina at Catawba. But we're going to do this one here in South Carolina and have South Carolina only guys. We think this one's probably more important moving forward, especially the way recruiting's going right now. So you 25 guys that are uncommitted that are interested to get out there and get another look, and especially on a college campus, we're here to help you guys out and put on a good event for you guys.
Coach, I can't wait. Let's just not make it 23 and a half hours.
Okay, Coach, if we're at 23 and a half hours, we had one hell of an Unsigned Senior event. I'm going to throw that one out there right now.
That's
not
very
only
true.
is it going to be a shorter drive, it's going to be substantially warmer than it was last time we were at Clemson.
That's what you think. Keep them fingers crossed. You never know.
I'd break my long johns back out if it's that cold again.
Long Johns.
So hey, keep your eyes on the social media pages. Keep it on the website. But as soon as that's out, we're going to get that pumping and get those invites going. So if you guys are going to be requesting some invites, we'll have that up there. So we'll have to dig through there. But it's going to be it'll be a stricter event just due to the time limitations when we're going to be up there. But we'll have one hell of an event when we're rolling up there.
Coach, it's now time. Baseball, the side of the show's over. The pick'em has returned. I don't even remember who the reigning champ is anymore. But Austin, you won the bowl pick'em, but who won the season? Okay, bullshit.
Thank you. I don't like the way that you even thought you were going to beat around the bush there and pretend like I didn't win both of them.
He won the season because of week 0. So here we are again. But new rules this year.
Every week counts, don't it?
Every week is going to really count. You really got to do.
They are who we thought they were. Let's go.
And we let them off the hook.
Exactly.
Usually we would have 10 games a week, but we only have 7 this week. So how it'll go when we do have the 10 games, 5 games you will pick against the spread, and 5 other games you will pick straight up. But for this week only, we have, I believe, 3 games against the spread, 4 games straight up. So
carry the 1, that's 7.
You will see the game and the spread come across the bottom of your screen here. Who wants to go first?
How are we going to get our 10?
Actually, the reigning champ will go first. Austin, you'll pick first.
That's right.
Sammy, do you want to go second or last? I'll let you pick.
I'll go second. You know what I mean?
Okay, and I'll go last. All right, boys. Let's roll them.
Let's get
First game, Saturday in Dublin. Florida State takes on Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, 11.5-point underdogs. This game, you will pick the spread.
Give me the Rambling Wreck from Georgia Tech. Florida State left a bad taste in everybody's mouth last year due to their behavior and their lack of an appearance in their bowl game. So they decided to fix their problems by getting in the portal, getting a quarterback that can't throw forward passes. So give me Tech.
If I would have said that, people would be on my butt.
Wow.
Maybe he'll prove me wrong and win the Heisman this year, but
there's no chance.
I think you think he's clipping this up in his room right now. There he goes, that damn Austin Smith.
I highly doubt he could care less what a random guy from Westminster thinks about his football skills. Personally,
Coach, if we can see enough in there, can y'all see the Carolina Stadium back there?
No.
Can't see it too far away. Sorry. You know, when this first came out, when Coach Stewie here sent this to us, like it was immediate. Florida State ain't even close. It's going to be a blowout. There's a lot of, we're flying across the ocean. We got big time changes. I know Florida State's going to come out and want to set the tone. I'm on the Austin's train here. I'm jumping on the Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech. They're a hell of an engineer. I'm going Georgia Tech. I'm not saying they're winning the game, but we don't have to bet that one. So I'm going Georgia Tech on the spread here.
If Georgia Tech still the triple option, I would take the Ramblin' Wreck here. However, all I need Florida State to do is win by 7. But however, I think
do we need to get in that? Do we need to get in that as also? Are you going to ask?
I got the alt spread there. However, though,
too long.
Guys, hey, our listeners, I apologize. Our events are going to have to go up so I can cover Coach Stewie's.
Yeah,
his habit.
However, I'm going to take the Noles to cover. I think they win handily by 17 against the Ramblin' Wreck. The Ramblin' Wreck's just not good enough. You come from Hotlanta to Dublin, it's over. However,
Tallahassee to Dublin's an easier trip than Atlanta to Dublin.
It is. It really is. I mean,
a shorter trip.
First class in Florida State.
It is what it is.
Yeah, because I don't think Georgia Tech's going to charter over there. They're probably going commercial. They're going Spirit.
They're getting on a bus and getting on a ferry.
Georgia Tech's head coach, quarterback, and offensive coordinator is going to be 3 wide back there in the emergency aisle. Flight attendants asking if they're willing to save lives if this thing goes down. Like, come on.
All they get is the Biscoff cookie and some peanuts.
And might get a Coke Zero and a little plastic cup about that big.
Yeah. You never know. Hey,
like when I fly to Jamaica.
Florida State's drinking that High Life.
Well, wait a minute now.
High Life Tuesday.
Here we go. No one knows any of these teams. McNeese State takes on Tarleton State. Austin, the floor is yours.
Give me Tarleton State. Tarleton State. They won last year. Give me them.
Coach, I'm going McNasty, boy. I'm going McNasty State right here. McNeese. They got a blue.
There's 2 E's in McNeese.
Yeah, there is. He left out a letter. A little too much High Life Tuesday. I think McNasty is going to pull out a W on this one.
I think you might as well change it to McNasty State. Perfect. That looks better.
He took it off.
Yep. Let's just forget it. What game are we picking?
So we've got
there it is, boys.
Give me Tarleton State. Last time McNeese played on a football field, they were beat by 4 touchdowns and carries over. Give me Tarleton.
There it is.
Where's McNeese located?
It is in Lake Charles. It is in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Everything's bigger in Texas. So
they always have a team that wins the Little League World Series, or at least plays in it. So maybe that's what they got going for them.
It's okay. You move to game 3 here. This is a spread pick. Montana State plays New Mexico. New Mexico is 10.5-point underdogs. The Lobos.
So I did a little research today. New Mexico, home team, FBS team, We got a new coach. They're excited for the seasons. What he said. Montana State's going to take them out back and just wear them out. Give me Montana State. Aren't they the Grizzlies?
Yes.
Yes.
Or is that Montana? Yeah.
No, what's the difference?
We can look it up.
Well, there's a difference between like North Carolina and North Carolina State.
Yeah, but for picking football, there's not.
They're the Bobcats.
Okay, this is not the team I thought I was picking, but I'm going to take them anyway. I thought they were the Grizzlies, yeah. They have the silver helmet says Grizz on the side of it. I thought that was them. They're always playing.
That's Montana.
That's Montana.
North Dakota State in like the finals. That's what I thought I had.
In a blizzard? Yeah.
Yeah, that game always.
You know, if Montana was playing this game, I would take Montana. But seeing how Montana State's playing in this game, I'm gonna take New Mexico. Montana State, that is going to have to travel out of the comfortable confines of the great state of Montana's weather and get down there to New Mexico. So I'm taking New Mexico over the Bobcats.
Great minds think alike, Coach. I'm sticking with New Mexico plus 10.5. Put 100 on it, you'll win a lot of money. Listen to us.
Events are going to be up by $2,000 at the end of the fall.
The Bobcats.
Coach, they're going to win all this money. It's just going to come to more events. If y'all win money, you got to come to another event. Now, we have game 4, North Alabama, Southeast Missouri State. No spread, straight up here.
Give me Southeast Missouri State.
I'm going Southeast Missouri State. That's all I got.
Wish I had more insight to give, but I don't.
Give me North Alabama.
Oh, Saban's going big.
Saban's not there.
No, Saban is the what do they call it? The special advisor for North Alabama this year.
This is North Alabama, not Alabama. No.
It's just north of Alabama. It's the same thing.
Is North Alabama? Is that not like Auburn? Is that not what they call it?
I don't know where.
I don't know where Auburn is.
Auburn is in Auburn. It's right near the border.
North or south?
It would be east.
East.
We've now got Norfolk State versus Florida A&M, the Rattlers. They got one of the best drum lines in the country. Austin, go ahead.
Florida A&M. Give me FAMU.
Oh, FAMU as well. Rattlers, boy. They're going to drumline all over them.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's going to be the best part about this game is the halftime show. So give me FAMU.
Drumline was a heck of a movie, too.
That was a great movie. Nick Cannon came in strong.
Yeah. That was
when he had his 10th kid.
Yeah. 9 kids ago, Nick Cannon was great in Drumline.
Guys, this is the best podcast in the country. SMU takes on Nevada. This is against the spread. SMU first year in the Atlantic Coast Conference. They take on Nevada. Nevada 27-point underdogs.
SMU, baby. 2 reasons. Well, a lot of reasons. Nevada 2-10, 2 years in a row. Not very good.
Coach,
and then I also read a nice little nugget online today. SMU has covered. No, that's why I was walking the dog earlier. SMU has covered in 4 out of their last 5 season openers. 27 is a lot of points. Don't get me wrong. 27 is a lot. But
that was going to be my question. Is that 2-10 for Nevada, the Wolfpack? Is Colin Kaepernick still there?
Oh wow!
Is that 2-10 against the spread or 2-10 overall?
They just been 2-10, period. But that just tells me you're not good at football.
You know, again, if I was picking them to win or lose this game, I'm going with the ACC and SMU. As weird as that sounds, that oil money down there. But I'm going Nevada. I think SMU wins by 24 and misses a field goal late.
Corso down here. Get your pencil out. I'm not so fast. I'm going SMU. I think the SMU starts off the year right as they transition into the ACC. I think they got a pretty good team. We'll see.
You're just setting that up to say that, so when they beat Clemson, you can go. I told you they had a good team.
Actually, don't play Clemson. Next, Delaware State travels to Hawaii. It is a 12 a.m. game Sunday.
Give me the Rainbow Warriors.
Yeah, I'll tell you who we're not.
I think
there's one person won't be watching that. I won't be watching that one.
I'm going to watch
Hawaii.
Coach, I'm going Hawaii too, just for Hawaii is 38.5 point favorites there. Big spread. We didn't want to pick that one. Only 3 against the spread. Now here's the fun part, guys. Time to name something. That's all.
That's all the picks.
Here are your preseason picks. We got 3 of these. Give me your ACC champion.
Oh, good.
I wish I would have known this was coming.
I know. I would have paid attention. Drew over there cheating.
This
is going to go.
This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt for a lot of reasons, but the main reason being, me and you are probably going to pick the same team. Give me the Wolfies.
Oh! No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Dave Doran can't win a championship.
God, I just about dropped my phone. And I got my shoelace caught in this fence. I'm leaning on it.
Hey, they got the dude from Coastal's their quarterback. Have you played with the Wolfpack on NCAA 25? You can't beat them.
But their head coach is Dave Doran.
But all he does is beat Clemson.
They beat him last year, did they not?
He beat Clemson, but he can't win a championship.
Well,
calm down over there, Mr. Tiger.
Give me the Wolfies.
You know what? Coach Smith, I applaud your pick. I mean, as a Wolfie, lifelong Wolfie, one thing is going to be consistent is that them not winning a championship in the football. But this is the year of the Wolfie. I'm going to keep lumping it in, right? We went Final Four, men and women. We went College World Series baseball. I'm going to continue this trend as well. And I was picking this well before you did because I didn't know who else to pick in the ACC because I don't follow it too much. But I'm going to continue it with the Wolfies winning the ACC championship. And the year of the Wolfie continues.
Coach, you know who I'm going with?
Well, we're looking at it on the wall.
No,
he's not.
No,
he's not.
Give me the Tigers.
As long as Cristobal's the head coach at Miami, then we're safe.
As long as Drew's still alive, he's going to pick the Tigers.
As long as Cristobal's at Miami and DJ Uiagalelei is at Florida State comes to win the ACC championship.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, NC State's got to come to Death Valley.
It's easy.
Oh, what if one of these new? Who's new? Who's new in the ACC? What if the Stanford Cardinals?
Cal and Stanford.
No, they're all out. No,
Coach Espo, if it comes down to a field goal at Death Valley, the Wolfies are dead.
That's an automatic L for the pack. They just gotta keep it with above 4 the whole time. 4 higher.
Does Clemson and NC State play each other this year?
At Death Valley
in Clemsonville.
Doesn't matter.
Thinking we should have a prep baseball talk on retreat in Lot 10. But anyway,
if we could get invited to the tailgate, that would be.
You've been invited. We're not starting this shit again. Here we go. Give me your SEC champion, Austin. I'll just go ahead and write it down.
Write it down. Dogs on top, baby. Although I do see a lot of scenarios that they don't win the SEC.
Take my pick.
But I got to stick with them. I don't see them not.
I think me and Sammy are going to go same here.
I don't know. It's so hard to make these picks now unless you follow it all with this transfer world. I'm probably just going to go with an easy pick here because I can't really make a call here. I don't think Alabama's going to do it. I don't think LSU's going to do it. I don't think the boys over here, y'all can't see it over there in Columbia, are going to be able to pull this one through.
Vanderbilt's not going to pull it off.
Vanderbilt's out. Auburn, when they're up there in the north, where you guys think they are,
Wherever they are.
the north or the west.
He's going.
I'm just
Dog.
gonna go with them dogs. You know what I mean? I just gotta stick with the bandwagon and stick with the dogs.
That is
Because
the Georgia Dogs, right? Not Mississippi State Dogs.
no, the Georgia Dogs.
Okay.
Who I wanted to pick, to be honest with you.
Don't say it. Don't say no. Don't say it.
Give me them land sharks, baby. Ole Miss.
Woo-hoo! The fighting Lane Kiffins.
Lane Kiffin, boy.
Man.
Oh, you did it. Coach.
God, they play in the regular season, too. That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, it is going to be a big game.
Coach did it. Coach Espo, I can't believe you did that.
You know what? Just gotta keep them on your toes.
I don't know that I want to do that anymore.
I think that I like Ole Miss. I'm a big Kiffin guy, too. I just think that would require them to do something they haven't done since he's been there, and that's win like several big games in one season.
I think
it took Kirby a little bit.
Yeah, but I just don't see it happening there. Is Drew calling a friend? What's he doing here?
I got my pick, boys. I got my pick. It took me long enough. Ready?
Missouri.
I don't know.
We can't hear it.
No. Maybe you're playing Rocky Top. I'm not sure.
Playing Rocky Top?
Yep.
No.
Give me the Bulls. They win it all.
Who?
Hey,
how about that concert, by the way, that's about to break out?
Incredible.
God almighty.
Hey, their quarterback, Amaliva, is going to Amaliva with an SEC champ. Give me the Bulls. That's it. Party town.
My face is going to be stuck like
their football team. Give me the Bulls. Sammy took my pick, so I had to switch up.
I'd have picked Texas before I'd pick them.
Screw you. Give me this is the last pick of the night, boys. Your national. All right, let me rephrase this. Not national championship, but national champion. 12-team playoff now. Give me your national champ.
Dogs.
Man. I don't know. You know what? 12 teams are in. I think the Dogs are going to figure it out and win it. I do. Because I think they're going to get in there, and they're going to go in there with the 12. The old rules, they wouldn't have been in there because Ole Miss would have knocked them out. And then Ole Miss would have beaten Tennessee in the SEC championship game. But now with this new one, the Dogs will be in it, and they'll come creeping up from the bottom. They'll get it right after they get all their guys out of trouble, and they get back on the field.
I think they designed this new playoff for the Dogs. That way they can go undefeated, lose to Alabama in the SEC championship, still get in, and they got a chance to win it all. That's why they did it. Kirby paid them to do this.
It makes enough.
I'm very conflicted here on who to pick as a national champ. But you know what?
Clemson.
There they are. Horns up. The Texas Longhorns win the national championship.
Wow.
Coach, just because you don't win the SEC doesn't mean anything.
I thought you were confused.
The fingers don't move on this one. Horns up.
I'm thinking the longer we do this show, that I think when Drew's in lot 10 tailgating, I don't think he watches anybody but the Tigers.
I agree.
We just went from he picked Tennessee to win the SEC championship and completely forgot about Texas, and then picked to win the whole thing.
I was saving Texas. They're going to get humbled, and then they're going to win it all.
I could think of 8 teams I would have picked before I picked Texas.
Well, Texas would be the 8th. Clemson would be the 9th. But I'm going with Longhorns. Horns up.
I got Dogs beating the Oregon Ducks.
That's a good pick.
With a close third being the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Ohio State chokes too much now.
I think they need a better quarterback too. And you got your quarterback from Kansas State. Like, really?
Yeah.
Coaches, week 0 is in the books. The picks are locked. They will be out on social media as we kick off the college football season on Saturday. Coach, are we going to get Jelly on next week?
We need to get Jelly on. Yeah, we'll get him on. I'll call him and tell him he's on.
Week 1 guest picker. Our guest pickers will start back up. We'll see if the guest picker can finally win a week. I don't think they've ever won anything.
As long as we got to have Iowa on there. That's the only thing he cares about.
Coach, they might play the deaf and blind of South Carolina, so probably not. We'll make that a spread game.
There's going to be a huge game we have to pick next week, and I can't wait.
Me and Austin are going to fight.
I can't wait.
I thought about taking Austin with me, but I couldn't do it.
It'd be like inviting me to your tailgate.
No, that'd be worse. It's not happening. So do you know anything else, boys?
You know what else breaks out next week? Coach, it's not only football season, but it becomes ranking season. 25 class comes out next week, followed by the 26 class, followed by the 27 class. So we got a lot of work. We got to fill in and update some rankings, and we got some players. I don't know if you call it reclassifying, that are going to be graduating early, that are going to be switching into different classes. You know, so we got a lot of stuff about to break out next week. Not only some pick'ems, but also on the baseball side with the rankings.
It's the best time of year.
When does the NFL start? 2 weeks?
Time out.
Yep,
How
2
about
weeks.
the behind the back pass, by the way?
It was cool.
Incredible. Is that athletic?
No. I can do that. So.
Yeah.
Coach be in the hospital for like 3 weeks.
God, especially after staying on that turf for 23 and a half hours.
No. It's the best turf in the country.
Best turf in the country. Be back down in Shipyard this weekend, by the way, boys. I'll be back in the Shipyard.
Say hey to Wild Bill for us.
Wild Bill, I ain't going to be wearing anything PBR, so Wild Bill ain't going to know who I am and just start yelling at me. You can't be up here.
Scoreboard.
Who did he give this to?
Me.
Yeah, it was Drew. He didn't give him coffee. Yeah.
Oh, Wild Bill.
He could have played with Babe Ruth, still wasn't getting the coffee.
I think he did. Didn't he tell us that?
He might have. Oh God. Let's wrap this thing up. Nothing else, right, boys? We're good.
It's been real.
It's been real. So for all of us here at Prep Baseball South Carolina, we hope you have a great week.